Hey friends, welcome to another of the estate sale collection that we've been working through. This one, we got two boxes here. This has got some bigger items, so it won't take as long as I think it normally would. So let's get at it. We got some cool smaller stuff first. We got a Volo's Guide to Waterdeep. Don't see these too often anymore. Poor Wizard's Almanac. This is the first of those. And Aurora's Whole Realms catalog. This was a hot item when it came out. A couple other smaller books. These are comics. This was parts 1 and 2 of the Forgotten Realms Anarok hardcover comic series that came out. And then here's the omnibus. No, this is not part of that. So this is Forgotten Realms Omnibus, and that's a comic graphic novel IDW Publishing did. One of the last 3.5, I think, or was this 4th edition? I think it was right at the end of 3.5. This is the Forgotten Realm Elminster's Forgotten Realms hardcover, and that is not something that I've seen in years. Book of Lairs, Volume 1 from Kobold Press for 5th edition, and then also from Kobold, 12 Peculiar Towers. I like the Kobold Press stuff, which seems to do okay. A couple of the, let's see, this is the Tactical Maps Reincarnated for 5th edition, and then the Adventure Grid, which was just some hard mounted maps, 5th edition. Both of those I think are still available. The deluxe character sheets for 3.5. I have to obviously verify those. That's a water damaged item. Var Rukhoth, 4th edition module. Looks like a poster, D&D Miniatures poster. Road to Destiny, and 2 Legendary Adventures items, Legendary games. Not something I really stock. The Pathfinder Combat Pad. This is like 1st edition, first version of it. Paizo, so it was after they got bought or became part of Paizo. Waterdeep, Dungeon of the Mad Mage maps. This is stuff he was using in his game. Walls, I think that's part of something else. Pathfinder flip mat, Falls and Rapids, maybe one of the out-of-print ones. Then we get into some Dragonlance stuff. Let's see, what is this? Dungeons, 51 dungeons for fantasy tabletop. Looks like a map book or something. And then Sai Flourish's Fantastic Adventures, the Lazy DM's Workbook, and Return of the Lazy Dungeon Master. Not something I'm familiar with, but some of you may be. Obviously, 5th edition stuff. Another Kobold, I think, yeah. Prepared, a dozen adventures for 5th edition. So this is an early third-party book. And then Dungeons for the Master. Dice Geeks. Again, not something I'm familiar with. A lot of third-party stuff. The fun little 2nd to 3rd edition conversion manual helped you convert your 2nd edition characters to 3.0. This came as part of a promotional stand-up of Redgar that stores would have, and it would be holding a whole stack of them. You can take one when you pre-ordered a book or something like that. All right, we got a stack of the Monstrous Compendiums. We've got the Fiend Folio one, the first Forgotten Realms one, Greyhawk one. And they have the outer folders, so that's awesome. Caricature one. And then in the binders, we've got the volume 2, looks like. And then volume 1 has looks like Forgotten Realms. I don't know. Problem with these are the not numbering, and they're just a pain to sort out. I literally have a box full of this stuff, and if they're in good shape and they look like complete, I will check them and try to get them onto the website and get them out of here. But man, I have a stack of them that are just mishmashes and parts and stuff like that. So some items that are harder to get. We got DL15. This is the Mist of Kryn. This wasn't a module. This was a source book, even though it was in the DL series. The Art of Dragonlance, and this is the first printing of that. The Atlas of the Dragonlance World, and that's in great shape. This Dragonlance stuff I found in a separate box as we were kind of going through other part of the house, and all this was in another bin that was going to be going to a bookstore, so I was able to grab that, thankfully. Art of Dungeons and Dragons. The Art of Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. That's the first print of that. And then we have all 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I've never actually seen 5. So I've seen 1 through 4 of the Dragonlance graphic novels. 5, I don't recall ever seeing at all. So I had like a stack of 4s at one point. I mean, these are not uncommon, but they're not as common as they used to be, as everything seems to go. All right, so we got that box out of there. Let me grab this other one. This is not going to take long, this second box here. We might as well put these in there. With those books. And we'll just take this out of here. All right. So this is just a bin of box games. And we're just going to set them all. I'll stack them up over here, I guess. All right. First off, we have the Stranger Things D&D Starter Edition with the miniature there, Demogorgon. Those did not sell when they came out. They sold awful, at least for me. And then I had one, and then all of a sudden, like, everyone wanted them, and they disappeared like they were never around. Old FGU, Fantasy Games Unlimited. This is Lands of Adventure. I don't think I've got this in stock. Box is in a little bit of crushing, but it's in pretty good shape overall. All right, Curse of Strahd revamped in the coffin box. Haven't had one of these for a while. Don't get them new anymore, so it's now Used World. This is cool. This is a Talisman set from Games Workshop. I want to say it's second. Well, I don't know that it's second. I want to say it's 3rd edition. I'm pretty sure it's the last edition that they did prior to it going over to Fantasy Flight. So this was 2003. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the last version that they did, and then Fantasy Flight took it over. The current Dungeon board game, which I'm pretty sure I don't have a copy of anymore. So put that in. A basic game with miniatures and dice. So this is the D&D basic intro game that they had for 3rd edition, or 3.5, one of the third round then. And then the last item, let's see if there's anything in it. Uncut. So the counter sheets, the screens. So this is nice. This is the Challenger set, D&D Challenger set, and there was 3 other boxes that they did, a gold, the same size, so all kind of could be played together. And then there were about 3 or 4 modules. Really didn't do great when they came out, but they sell pretty fast now. And especially like this one, where it has the figure sheets uncut. They're always, people actually use this one, this set. So I mean, it sold okay. It wasn't a great seller, but the people that bought it tended to use it, so they aren't uncut like that very often. So good to get that. Anyway, that is the latest part of this. We're about down to the end. I got a bunch of 5th edition stuff to go through next, and then that should be the last of it. So thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next one.